Different. Would like to see a little bit more different styles of play here coming in from both these guys. Oh, Lancelot being banned out here. What do you think about this Lancelot ban out here?
I think it's perfectly fine to have, Lancelot Martis or Hellcat being removed away here. However, we are going to see that the easy flex bans can be coming out here because the teams have been going up against each other, and there's larger targets like LY4 and what he likes to be playing over there. We could potentially see a targeted ban. However, I don't think so. We're that far along to be doing that. So 3 of the main assassins being removed and that 1 tank. Angela is a quite highly contested pick, is left open. We have seen Jawhead all the time. Jawhead could also be up there.
I would like to see Angela or Gusion at least being picked out first, and as I say it's going to be picked out first already. So Angela is one of those very safe picks here. Coming in from the side of BTR, they do lock in a very strong assassin here, which I think is going to be very good for them. RRQ on the other hand are going to be picking up they are going to pick up the Hayabusa and the Hylos. So Hylos is going to be a very good pickup here, because for the most part when you use a Hylos, right, when you use a Hylos, you have that ability to use the ultimate and just close so much distance between you and the enemy team.
I think it's not only, yes, the ultimate is absolutely true. You can close lots of distance that's there, but you also are seeing, for instance, Hayabusa has lots of mobility.
Exactly.
As it is. It is actually the point-blank stun that Hylos has, which can interrupt so many people from coming in, and Gusion really is one of them. The moment he dashes in anywhere close towards Hylos, he can interrupt his movement, and that can be pretty devastating for somebody who wants to be nimble because you're so squishy.
I mean, that's on the micro level, but when you look at the macro level, right? I mean, you have some of these teams that are not, some of these players that are not exactly very mobile, and most of the time when you want to talk about
your team is picking.
When you want to talk about mobility, right? Tanks are some of these tanks. Initiators, chargers are most of the type of people that do not, most of the type of heroes, excuse me, that do not have that ability to charge directly into your face. So I do believe that that extra added speed and that, like how you said, that point blank stun that comes in from Hylos will definitely be very interesting. So what I like about this is also the fact that Saber now being picked out, as well as LY4 hovering over and picking out the Akai. So we do see that coming in from RRQ, they have one more hero to lock in before they go into game. So what do you think the last hero going to be, considering what is the composition that is being shown from the side of Bigatron?
I wouldn't be surprised if they go in for another damage dealer that's here. In fact, it's gonna be Bane,
who lives in the pineapple under the sea. Okay, anyway.
Not quite the right guy.
I don't know, like I see him, I think of Mr. Krabs, but anyway, all the salty seas aside, we're gonna see Bane now being picked out. So is this the start of something new coming in from the side of RRQ going up against BTR? I am super excited to see this. How do you feel about this composition here coming in from the side of BTR that's going to go up against RRQ?
I think Bigatron just has, I would say, a more so standard sort of lineup. You can understand that. We are seeing a lot more Bane games, start to make an appearance here. However, we aren't really seeing, super high assassination potential. Yes, we do have, Harley that's there as well. However, Harley's cards can be easily misdirected. So, the potential of making that error will be there. I think RRQ has outright more difficulty to execute their composition.
Definitely.
However, if they do execute their composition, I think they would do really phenomenally well, and perhaps even win this game.
I hope so too, and I do hope that at least coming in from the side of BTR, they're able to actually bring out some of this really awesome gameplay here, because we do see that LY4 is known to be one of those guys that just brings a lot of talent into the pool here. And what's really important also to note is the fact that coming in from the side of BTR is that they do have a lot of lockdown capabilities here with the Joe Way of the Dragon that synergizes really well with triple sweep, as well as Akai that's able to jump in and spin to win. But I'm really concerned about how RRQ is going to be playing this out. Oh, nice little ejector there coming in. LY4 now looking it up and doing in the damage that he can. Jeet Kune Do now from Yam was able to knock him up, but over the top side here, oh my goodness,
first blood.
There might be another first blood, but he shadows away. Nicely done there, coming in from the side, the Hayabusa coming from RRQ.
I like how LY4 is, dancing around, making sure that, no exclamation marks appear above the head of anybody just before they are wanting to engage up there. The smoke screen does get thrown up, but not quite the right person. 3 of the members does get damaged here. It looks like LY4 might be the first one to go down.
Oh, LY4!
Forward. He is the first casualty of the game here. Gushing does remove Jawhead around, and then Harley removes Gushing from the map. Here we are going to see the RRQ does get a little bit of that early advantage. Great start for them.
LY4 dropping down like a fly early on in the game, and it seems that RRQ right now has the potential to take the advantage here. With 1 kill ahead, that means relatively even in terms of goal, but it's only a matter of time before RRQ actually takes advantage of this and try to solidify their lead.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
This may be a calculated bloodbath, especially between these two teams over here. Love the patience waiting at the side here. Youngmin launched out through the front. Gushing will happily survive this as Jawhead throws Akai back into him. Not quite enough damage just yet. It's still very early into the game, as Harley picks up a few more items that will become very deadly. LY4 alone in the bottom lane will get sandwiched.
Oh, LY4 again! LY4 looking to be the priority for the team here, as BTR is going to lose one of their top tier players here, as RRQ looking towards shutting down LY4. They know for a fact that if LY4 gets ahead, he's just going to be a monster and he's going to be a major pain to deal with here as the game progresses.
Well, it's not only just him. We are going to see that, the gangs from bottom back to mid, making sure that multiple members of the team do not, and cannot even, stabilize, let alone get ahead of any of the team that's here. We are going to see the Blazer being thrown out. That's all 10 of them right now. Are really stuck out there. It will be enough to finally bring him down. The one final hit, will it be enough? Yes, the triple sweep up into the air will be good. Now Jeet Kune Do will knock him out again. Now Akai will get the kill onto Bane. Will this be another kill being set up here? Harley will go in. Rage will fall.
Rage falls down. BTR doesn't look very good though, but that was some really good stuff there being shown by Yam. That was a beautiful triple sweep, and what was also important was the Jeet Kune Do followed up by the Way of the Dragon that was being shown there by by BTR, to make sure that they were able to lock them down. That is more of those kind of fights is what I want to see coming in from the side of BTR. RRQ, however, they're doing a pretty good job. Oh my goodness, the flicker right onto LY4. LY4 goes up into the sky, and it seems that it's going to be bad here. There goes the Hylos ultimate, and it's going to be down and out for the count. It's going to be LY4. Yam in the middle of a lot of trouble here, and the damage is going to be good, and RRQ takes them all down.
And you're going to see Jawhead smacking back in. They are not afraid to take the fight under the tower. Lovely dancing, juggling the turret aggro from there. And here we are going to see yet another kill come up from RRQ. Bigatron is finding difficulty. Unfortunately for them, Bigatron has some response, but still, even with the kill onto Harley, RRQ hitting on that middle turret, takes it down. The top turret still there. Aggression all across the map, not just in terms of objective gaming, but in terms of bloodbath kills as well. Throws LY4 back. LY4 has had such a difficult game here. He just
no, he could turn it around though. Rage now, looking to be the Rage that he is, gets the double kill. Beautifully done there. LY4, the sacrificial lamb in that situation here. Not much lane priority being shoved over to the top side here for either side of the teams. So I do feel that BTR could turn this around if they get a turtle here, but they need lane priority over to the mid side and top side here. Rage in a lot of trouble, and Rage gets ended. Beautiful stuff being shown here from the side of RRQ, and you see the RRQ looking to be one of the favorites to win this game here if they keep up this performance.
I do have a question. Is all this additional pressure being placed onto LY4 going to be their demise?
That's the thing. I mean, you put a lot.
Yeah, once again,
Our
in the
turret has
bottom
been
lane,
destroyed.
not necessarily taking out the tower as fast as they could because you're just waiting to see where LY4 is. Back up top here, we're going to see RRQ does get engaged upon, but Yam might be the first one to fall in this
ally has
engage.
been
In
slain.
fact, it is the true. Jill is the only one really being, dealing damage there.
Finn's gonna
Akai
go down
will be the
too.
next one to go down. That's Hylos that picks up the kill, now completely out of mana as well. What a commanding lead, taking 3,000 gold ahead and 5 kills. RRQ showing up.
Very, very interesting here coming in from the side of BTR.
The enemy
It
has
seems
slain
that
the
there is a
turtle.
little bit of communication errors here because I do feel that RRQ is just moving in a very, very unified pace. And what I like about it is the fact that whenever you have a team that moves in a unified pace, you're going to realize that the
Our
objectives that they're
turret
going to
has
take
been
as well is going to be
destroyed.
unified as well. And when you have a team that's able to synergize and move with you without even like communicating, then you just know for a fact that this team is just, they just play together really well and they just communicate to a point where it's just a point of habit. But we do see BTR now in a bit of trouble here. Rage is going to be the first one to go down. Yam is going to be second one to go down, and it seems that RRQ now looking for double the kill, double the fun. 7 kills in favor of BTR, but RRQ trumps that by double the times, 14 in their favor. Look at that, BTR now in a lot of trouble. The miss has gone down for LY4. LY4 could be in a bit of trouble here if Jawhead were to get close. Instinct now looking towards pushing the bot side. What can BTR do to stop
Your
this
team
push coming in from the side
destroyed
of
the turret.
RRQ? Pseudo.
There's very little they can do. They just need to hold on to it. But just want to stress out how far behind they are. Cho is at level 6 with 2,300 gold.
turret has
That
been
is,
destroyed.
measly out of anything that's there. Even Natalia has a little bit further up ahead. But the way to claw back into this game is to be able to, to get 1 or 2, skirmishy kills. Let the gold transfer back, stop pushing out and controlling the waves that are going on. And with that, do they stand a chance to come back into it? However, if RRQ continues, balling up together, it will not be easy to execute. BTR has their work cut out for them.
It definitely is not easy for them to, what's it called? To actually execute this because BTR
resurrecting
has a
soon.
lot of things against them, and what's really important is now Lord is going to be spawning up with the amount of priority that's happening from the side of RRQ.
Well,
It's going to be bad, but
Well, Gush is
BTR
getting one already, that's there, but Hayabusa does respond back into it. They're going to lose multiple members. Gel is the only...
Wow.
Sorry, Gel, and we are going to see out here... Oh, just want to mention Shaw might be alive as well. 4 members fall so quickly just for one on the other side.
604 with about 7,000 gold in advantage for the side of Hayabusa. Man, oh man, look at the items that he has already. He has so much damage, so much penetration, and he's able to sustain. Jill now in a bit of trouble, and look at that! Godlike is the Hayabusa, and it's going to be the Lord is going to be taken out, and this could spell the end for BTR here.
Enemy has
Justin,
slain Lord.
how do you feel RRQ is playing in this game? Do you feel that this is almost a perfect game for them against BTR, or do you feel that BTR is just not performing?
I don't know if it's a perfect game for them, but they're certainly controlling the pace of the game. It is so completely RRQ's game at this point. I talked and asked you the question, was all that focus on LY4 potentially going to be their detriment? It doesn't seem to be the way because Natalia is so far behind. Akai gets a kill, which is a really good thing, in them having to stabilize the game. But they also lose out Akai, and now we're going to see Hayabusa so fed ahead, easily deleting away Natalia. Almost
Our
3 times the
turret
amount of
has been
gold that she
destroyed.
has.
My goodness gracious me, this is going to be bad here coming in from the side of BTR, as they are going to be stunned out now. The sweeping blades coming in from the side of Jill, trying to get as much space as he can. Lord now pushing it out. There goes Jeet Kundo from the side of Yam, trying to knock them out, but it's going to be a mega kill here coming in from the Hylos, and it's going to be more and more and more, and it's going to be end game coming in from the side of RRQ as BTR tastes defeat in game number 1, match number 4, our potential last match for
I
today.
would say... Wait, it is going to be the last
It is
match.
last match, excuse me.
It is shocking to see how they had, gone on and executed this. We knew that it was going to be a close game. We knew that it was going to be a good fight, but didn't really think it would be that severe. Being executed on both sides. I have to say that the Bane pick here is working out really. All 3 games that he has so far made appearance in, it's all been good. Want to see what else they have to offer with